All right, guys, it's the Fields Bros here, and we have what we think is the best ever what if battle scenario. Now, this is going to be an alternate resurrection of Frieza that takes place in the future Trunks timeline and how this could happen. So, we're going to have the Frieza soldiers in the normal resurrection of F. They went to Earth, they got the Dragon Balls.
Because they could not find new Namek.
Exactly. In this scenario, the Frieza soldiers find new Namek and revive Frieza.
Because there's no Earth Dragon Balls anyways.
Exactly. Now, Frieza and Trunks are going to have a battle in this alternate version of Resurrection of
Keep
F.
in mind, people, this is the timeline where Goku died of the heart virus, so that means this Frieza was killed by Goku and has never fought future Trunks.
Right. But so from Trunks' perspective, oh, it's Frieza. He knows who Frieza is, but from
Right.
Frieza's perspective,
He's looking for Goku.
He's looking for Goku, and he's going to encounter Trunks. Now, Frieza's obviously trained for 4 months. He's Golden Frieza, and Trunks is fresh off the Goku Black saga. So Super Saiyan Rage Future Trunks versus Golden Frieza in this alternate timeline version of Resurrection of F. Now, that's a pretty crazy what-if battle scenario.
How's that for you?
That is a ridiculous what-if battle scenario. Now, this, to me, is approaching Gohan versus Cell type epicness if this were to happen.
Yeah.
If this was animated,
I think both fighters have the ability to kill the other fighter.
Imagine if this was a movie. You know what I mean? An alternate timeline movie. Like, this is such a cool battle. Now, I have many points for why I'm going to choose Future Trunks, and you have points for why you're going to choose Golden Frieza. Do you want to go into yours first? Do you want me to dive into mine?
Go for it.
So, like I said, this is a crazy fight. So, my first point for why Future Trunks would beat Golden Frieza is the Zamasu battle with Goku Black. He was 2-on-1 with Goku Black and Zamasu. We just literally watched that clip.
Yeah.
In epic Super Saiyan Rage, Super versus Super Saiyan Rose, and I just feel like
and an immortal fighter.
When Zamasu explained his Zero Mortals plan and blamed everything on Trunks, Trunks got super pissed and got such a huge power boost, and I feel like Frieza's demeaning language
would trigger that.
It would trigger that type of emotional
reaction,
and he would get such a huge power boost, and that's one of the reasons why I feel like Future Trunks would have an advantage.
And his sword
over Golden Frieza, his sword. And I feel like Goku's stronger than Frieza. So Goku Black is stronger than Frieza. And he was handling himself pretty well with Goku Black. Right. So I feel like that's a pretty good...
This could be a long video, so let me say a couple of my points about Frieza.
Yeah, go right in.
What we know, when Golden Frieza first showed up, he was able to, when he first ran into Goku, after the Buu saga, all he had was 4 months. Goku was really confident because he's a Super Saiyan Blue. When they first initially squared off, Frieza was clearly stronger than a fresh. When they were both fresh, he was stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
Right.
Until he started wearing down. So that tells me that, like, if Goku Black is, that's Goku's body, that means that Frieza should be, about the same gap. Like, it should be about the same type of fight as fighting Goku.
Right. And that's ridiculous. Like, Frieza did have the upper hand on Goku when fresh.
But then he wore down.
And then
Goku quickly had the upper hand.
Right.
Which is where Trunks, this is why it's interesting, because it's all about how the duration of this battle.
Exactly, because this is an alternate resurrection of F, so Frieza's still going to have that stamina issue.
It's his first time using the form.
Exactly. And another point I want you to talk about is the Universe 9 God Seeger attacking with that attack.
We saw Frieza. Well, that was also after he'd been revived, so we can't really count that. He's not going to have that.
But he hasn't really trained.
But he still has that ability.
Right.
But basically, he was able to block off that attack from that God of Destruction, who obviously is much weaker than Beerus. Because Frieza's already said that he can't beat Beerus. He's afraid of Beerus, so.
But Frieza was in that thing, and he pretended. He was joking. Remember, he was pretending he was struggling, and then he was like, "Oh, just joking."
Yeah. But he wasn't. He was in his golden form when he got hit by it, so he was able to throw it off, and then he kind of threw it on Goku while Goku was in his base, and Goku couldn't power up while he was like that.
Right. So do you have any more points as to why you're just going to choose Frieza?
Well, Frieza he can also blow up the planet in desperation,
And there's no Whis to return the clock.
Right, and there's no way to contact the Beerus or Whis in that timeline, because there's no, because Bulma contacts them with food and whatnot. There's no relationship between them.
Right. So exactly, the gods and angels are out of this little
Supreme Kai's already been destroyed.
Yeah, so there would be a lot of differences in this alternate resurrection of F. There's no Beerus.
All Trunks has is himself and a time machine.
And you made a very good point before when we're talking about before we're making this video. Is Trunks? He's the type of guy he'll finish it quickly if he can.
Yeah, like my example was back in the Cell saga in the past when he came back to help us out. Vegeta wanted to let Cell absorb 18 for the thrill of the fight, while Trunks is like, screw that. He's gonna get stronger. There's no point letting him, power up and make himself harder to beat.
Right.
So let's just beat him while we can. So Trunks' best bet is to, just kind of catch Frieza off guard with his sword, because his sword is a huge advantage in this fight. Frieza can't regenerate.
Right.
So if he can even hack off a leg or something.
Now, another reason why I'm choosing future Trunks is based on this theory. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is an alternate resurrection of F. So Frieza, he comes down with his soldiers. He's in his final form. Or wasn't he in his first form?
He was in his pod.
He was in his pod.
But when he gets out,
form,
he would quickly go to his final form.
I'm just saying, his final form. He didn't go golden for a minute, remember? Right. So Trunks' best opportunity was when he came back, remember? And he beat Cell, and he was fighting Cell in his timeline. He went back and he fucked him up quickly.
Right.
I think that's what he would do.
Basically, let's try and paint this scenario. The ship's coming down. Obviously, Trunks can sense that. He flies to meet, like he fighted the threat. So then Frieza would get out, and Goku, he would know the name Goku. And obviously, so Trunks is going to be like, oh, you know about Goku, and Frieza's going to be like, how does this guy know about Goku? Where's he at?
Exactly.
And there's going to be confusion about that because Frieza has no idea who Trunks is, because this Frieza was killed in the original timeline. He was never killed in the past.
Right.
So Frieza's going to go to his final form, and I think Trunks will go Super Saiyan at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Trunks, he would go Super Saiyan Rage before Frieza went Golden Frieza. Because I feel like he's so experienced. Right. He doesn't want... He's not going to have to... How do I want to... He doesn't want to have to fight Golden Frieza if he doesn't have to, in that sense. So
because Trunks can sense power levels, because Frieza's going to be in his pod, in his first form. And Trunks, he might not recognize him at first. But everyone's going to be calling him Lord Frieza, Lord Frieza. And he might even say something like, I know all about Frieza, but you look different. And that might trigger Frieza to go through all his forms until he gets to Trunks says, like, that's the form I know.
Right.
Frieza will be like, well, there's no way, I've never met you before.
Right.
And Trunks will also notice his power level is way higher than the Frieza I fought. Like,
that's what I was about to mention.
What is going on here?
When Trunks fought Mecha Frieza, and then if Frieza, he gets out of his pod, he goes final form, he'll be like, holy crap, this is a huge power boost. I need to end this now.
Trunks might even think that the reason why he beat him was because he was, half machine. And that's why he was so weak. Trunks might be confused when really he just trained.
Right. So yeah, guys, let us know what you think down below. Super Saiyan Rage Future Trunks versus Golden Frieza in the alternate what-if scenario of Resurrection of F. It's the Fields Bros. Peace.
Golden Frieza wins.
I got Future Trunks.